Alright, we're back to fight these chodes. Oh cool, he's got the Stargazer. Actually, I saw the Stargazer...
That's actually a really nice wash on the Stargazer.
Yeah. I saw the Stargazer model. It's actually a pretty nice model, by the way. You get your choice of, like, little stickers to put inside of him. You can either put, like, off-mode gold stickers, or you can have him glowing yellow like that.
Yep.
Looks really nice.
Fire everything!
Plus he's a lot more muted in overall color scheme than most other Gundams.
Okay.
You know, except for that giant fucking glow in the ring, but... Oh, actually, what else is cool is that he comes with the plastic parts to make this fucking globe going around him.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, so you just get 3 big interlocking green rings. And I'm like, that's... Like, I like...
Oh, groundbreaking!
I like dumb features like that. Like, one of my favorite models is an Origins kit for the high mobility type Zaku. No surprise that I like it.
Oh, go figure. An Origins kit and a Zaku.
But what's great about it is that he's got a giant heat axe.
Okay.
And it comes with a bit where you can just have that dumb anime splash effect when a big object crashes down.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And it's like... And actually, what's nice about it as well is it's one of the few kits that comes with a base, which is, in of itself, always nice.
Actually, I'm thinking for whatever occasion I have to buy you a present next, I'm just going to buy you a bunch of Tamashi effect parts.
Yeah, I'd be good with that. Either Tamashi effect parts, or, like, nice bases, or shit like that. Like, well, I'd be up for all of that.
Like, they make Trident bases, which are really nice.
Oh, yeah.
They also have bases that have, like, the Dragon Ball Z-style broken ground underneath it.
Oh,
from,
yeah,
like,
I've seen those. Yeah, those would be cool.
Yep.
Oh, man.
And, of course, they have the standard explodey bits.
I was gonna say, next time I have to get you a present, I'm probably gonna wind up getting you even more bizarre D&T things.
Yeah.
Like, if nothing else, I had to admit, I've been getting you shit that's useful and niche at the same time.
Oh man, you wanna know something funny?
Yeah. I think I helped you complete your peasant set.
You did. And so did Chris, and so did I.
Yeah.
And you know what model all 3 of us bought me?
The bartender?
The fucking blacksmith.
Oh. Well, yeah, that dude made our playthrough.
Yeah. There was a blacksmith in one of my D&D campaigns who was just an overall pretty cool guy.
Yeah. Who apparently you gave a full backstory for, and a name, and we never asked.
Yeah, you never learned it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we never needed to. He was always where he was supposed to be. It's not like we had to ask around for him. And he knew the deal. I brought him dragons, he stitched them into my armor.
And then he turned the rest of the bits into other weapons, and that's why he did it for free.
Yeah. It's like, hey, I'll give you more dragons and you just keep making my rainbow armor unstoppable.
Yeah, basically Jay had a deal with this guy, where Jay would bring him whole corpses of dragons.
Which not necessarily whole, I had to cut them up to fit him in a bag of holding. Which, by the way, was simultaneously one of the most grisly and hilarious things I've done.
Yeah, when he got to some of the bigger dragons, there was like an entire limb extending out of the bag.
I'm like, well, hey, anything in the bag of holding weighs as much as the bag of holding, and my strength was high enough that I could carry the limb.
Yeah.
Both of your dudes are dead.
I don't care. Oh, fuck, I was trying to attack, not revive you.
It's fine, one hand washed the other.
But yeah, the basic...
Yeah. Isn't that, like, in your next campaign, you've confirmed that suit of armor is a relic now?
Yeah. There's a few things that you guys made, found, or destroyed that are confirmed relics.
Yeah.
And one of them is that suit of armor.
It was a good suit of armor.
Yeah.
It pretty much gives you universal immunity from the elements.
Universal resistance from the elements.
Still pretty good.
Yeah.
That's like, what, half damage?
Yeah, it's half damage.
Yeah, half damage from the elements. I mean, if nothing else, that makes wizards think twice.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, wizards like, oh, I'll throw fireball. Oh, half damage.
Alright, time to see what I got. Useless.
The words, oh, half damage, I just realized. Oh, God, fucking... I still love how Chris's effectiveness doubled when I taught him the art of just light shit, like, light buildings on fire, forget the people inside.
Yeah, let them collapse.
Yeah, I'm like, no, Chris, you don't understand. The door isn't your way in, it's the sluice through which people come to me and my spear. Attack of opportunity! Attack of opportunity!
Yep.
Pretty much, I was just Simon with his broom fighting raccoons. It was great. Oh god. I'll tell that story, actually. One time Ian was having a party. Skillman arrived late and made the mistake of assuming we'd let him in. So we locked the door on him. He's like, guys, come on, let me in. This isn't funny. It's cold out. Simon responds back to him, guys, there's raccoons. So Ian goes to let him out, which was a mistake because then Simon locked Ian out of his own house. So Ian's like, you stupid fuck, I live here, and goes to open the garage. So Simon runs with a broom, and we hear the door opening, thinking it would be Ian. Turns out Ian wasn't stupid enough to take the first through the breach into his own house, and it was Skillman, who got a rib full of broom as he tried to enter the house, unaware that Simon had declared it his sovereign territory. So Skillman just goes down like a rock, having taken 3 rapid jabs of a broom to the core.
Nice.
And then Ian just walks over Skillman's prone corpse like, alright, are you guys done? And I'm like, I had a couple more things I'd do, but I think the moment's gone. Plus, Skillman wasn't making good noises, so we figured we might have had to stop now. God. He hated us that night.
Skillman?
Yeah. That wasn't even the worst thing that happened to him.
Oh, we've done terrible things to Skillman over the years.
No, it got worse for him that night.
Oh, God.
Justin, Simon, me, and Brendan all got drunk and harassed him for the rest of the night.
Anyways, I gotta do some Gundam cleanup.
We'll see you in a minute, folks. And then I'll tell the story of what we did. Alright, we're back.
We're back. I'm saving a new arm part that you might see later, but for now, no real changes to the Gundam.
We need money and pink. Like, we're rap stars. It's like, you can just, yeah.
Okay.
Battle
Their
Royale.
situation, World Tournament, qualifiers. Let's do this shit.
You'd think we've qualified already.
Yeah, haven't we qualified by doing, like, 8 international tournaments at this point? Like, at this point, I should just be given a spot.
I mean, I guess they're making sure you just haven't had a series of flukes.
Like,
but I mean, if you've had a series of flukes that have carried you this far, there's no reason to assume they won't carry you further.
Okay, if I'm playing tennis and I win the London Open, and then the England Open, and then the Europe Open, I should just be allowed into the World Open.
Yeah.
Like, there comes a point where, is it really worth the time to, like, vet me again?
Well, I don't know. If the sponsors want so many matches, they're gonna get that many matches.
Fair enough. And I suppose if you won a bunch of things, people would come to see the guy who won a bunch of things.
Yeah. It's like the Mike Tyson fights. You don't go there thinking Mike Tyson's gonna lose. You go there to watch Mike Tyson beat a human being half to death.
Yep. Oh, man. Speaking of boxers beating someone to death, there was a story, like 5 or 6 years ago, where this one British dude was having an argument with his neighbor about whose lawn ended where.
Oh yeah, classic.
And
started the Civil War. That did. True story. First battle of the Civil War was over a cow that crossed into someone's bar.
Really? What?
Yeah.
That can't be true.
It was a weird thing, but like there was a lot of tensions, and pretty much like it's cited as one of the major like catalysts that like 2 dudes were fighting over it. We're fighting over a cow that had gone from one guy's yard to the other. And it was pretty much a case of like, fuck you, my cow can eat wherever you want. Oh yeah? And then some guns were fired.
And anyway, this old guy started arguing with this young guy about where the lawn was. And this guy's like 70-something. But it turns out that during World War II, he was the British Marine Corps' champion welterweight boxer.
What's welterweight?
Welterweight is the thing between medium and heavyweight.
Okay.
So he's agile, but can still hit like a fucking truck. And he did not lose all of the muscle or fighting skill, and he proceeded to beat the shit out of this 25-year-old. With just gumption and stiff upper lip.
And likely boxing moves that haven't been seen since the aughts.
Yep. Boxing moves that haven't been seen since he used them on Hitler's men.
Since he used them on Hitler. I still love that old fucking Captain America cover of him punching Hitler.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you sure you could actually fight the Nazis? Don't worry, I've punched Hitler 21 times. And the guys are just like, alright! Sure, I'll take that at face value.
I've punched Hitler a bunch of times, and I'm huge, so you gonna question that?
I mean, you can question it, but I wouldn't recommend doing so. It's Captain Motherfucking America. God damn. What was it? Speaking of Captain America, I still love,
Oh, wait, no. Welterweight's the thing between lightweight and medium weight. I'm an idiot.
Okay.
But still, guy kicked his ass.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I found out something really stupid.
Yep.
Apparently, in Canada, it is considered assault if someone starts a fight with you if you're a trained fighter and you don't discourage them.
Yeah. Only if you have mastered a fighting style.
Yeah.
So if you have a black belt in anything, you are considered a deadly weapon. And if you attack someone with your bare fists, you are counted as having used a deadly weapon in combat. So if they punch you with their fists, you are not allowed to respond in kind.
Yeah.
But if they pull a knife, you're allowed to do whatever the fuck you want.
I still think that's really stupid because my cousin was I believe it was Saskatchewan champion boxer.
Yeah. It is dumb.
Yeah. He got some dude knew he was the champion boxer and started a fight with him in a bar. Because he was like, "I don't look so tough," you know, drunk guy logic.
Drunk confidence.
Yeah. And had his shit wrecked.
Okay.
And then my cousin was charged with assault.
That's dumb.
Yeah. Now, to be fair, my cousin was like, I was warning him. I was telling him not to do this. I was, in fact, didn't punch him the first 2 times. Then he slapped my drink out of my hands and hit me with a beer bottle.
Okay, yeah, if he's using a beer bottle.
Like, it wasn't a broken bottle, he just kind of hit him with the beer bottle. But I'm
Still,
like, you know, there's a point when...
It's no longer decorum.
It's now he knows what he's doing. Oh, well.
Actually, I got hit by a drunk one time in a bar because I kicked his ass at the pool. Like, I am not a pool player by any stretch of the imagination, but I was down something like 5 to... like, he was like 5 balls ahead of me. And there was like $20 riding on the game or something. And then I proceeded to get all 5 of my balls in one go and the 8 ball. And he accused me of hustling him and tried to hit me.
I mean, to be fair, that does sound like a thing a hustler would have done.
Oh, it does. And if I were good at pool, I probably would be a hustler, but I'm not.
No. God, what was that?
And then someone had to vouch for me, like, no, this is literally beginner's luck, this is his first time playing pool.
Yeah.
And the bartender's like, I've never seen this guy before in my life. If he's a pool shark, he's never been to this pool hall.
Yeah. Oh god, what was it? Oh yeah.
And
actually,
then the
before
drunk got kicked out.
Before we
and I never got my money because he got kicked out.
That sucks. Why didn't you put the money on the table like most people do?
Because he picked it up when he hit me.
Oh. Wow. Sounds like an asshole then.
And I'm not exactly, like, the biggest of guys.
No.
And like,
I mean, you've got height, but I mean, so does a scarecrow.
Like, I did a lot of martial arts and Olympic wrestling in my day, but that was, like, A, years ago, and B, a lot of it revolves around intimidating your opponent as opposed to actually beating them.
I was also going to say they also require you to be fighting a person who's upholding the same rules you are.
Yeah, that too.
A dude in a bar, not really stricken, not really, you know, mandatory rules to follow in a bar fight. Except for the rule that someone has to go through a plate glass window.
Oh, man.
Has to. Oh, right, yeah, before the break, I was going to talk about other shit that we did to Skillman that night. Me, Brendan, Justin, and Simon all got drunk. And Justin...
Really? You don't say?
Well, Justin, as he normally does when he...
got naked and passed out?
No, that's a different thing. What he did was he always... Pretty much whenever he's staying at a place, he'll just put on pajama pants, because he's like, fuck it. If I don't have to go outside anymore, I don't need to wear pants. And I mean, I can respect it.
Yeah.
But his pajama pants are old. And, like, the button fly is just long gone. Now, to be fair, he wears boxers, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
But, this has started a running joke of when Justin gets drunk enough, something is poking out of that buttonhole. This time it was so Ian had this, like, big, like, stuffed, like, it was like a wiener dog thing that you put beneath the crack of a door to stop drafts from coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Justin found that. And this thing is like the length of a door.
And he stuck it in his pants?
Yeah, and just started chasing Skillman around the house with it. Then when we were all trying to sleep, and Skillman was in a room trying to sleep, Simon and Brendan pretty much kicked the door in and just started going around in cycles around his room. A whim away, a whim away, a whim away.
I would feel really bad for Skillman if he didn't bring most of this on himself.
Yeah, he does not make it easy on himself. And, like, you know, the entire thing is, like, most of the time we'll leave him alone. But then he'll have said or done something, and it's like, well, we know what we have to dedicate ourselves to, making you regret it.
Doing something.
Yeah, like, there was the time that... Oh, God. At one of my birthdays, a bunch of us were down in the basement, as we usually are. The lights were off, and it was dark, and we were all chatting. As we were... Because it's pretty much an all agreement, we're all tired, so let's go to bed. And that immediately turns to... So, let's have some small talk where we're all laying in the various places we intend to sleep. Skillman didn't have a pillow because Justin was quick and got a couple of them. Now,
sounds like Justin.
Something that we've all learned on our own is that when Justin grabs a pillow, just let him have it. It's easier for everyone concerned.
He will sit on it, and it's impossible to lift him up.
Yeah, that's not the worst of it.
Also, he'll fart on it.
No, he'll fight you for it. So... Skillman fights Justin over the pillow and manages to, like, needleworm his way around and get the pillow.
Okay.
This was a mistake. So the entire, like...
So Justin wakes him up in the middle of the night for the...
No. Well, like, Skillman had the pillow and he's mocking, and then all of a sudden a chant starts out of the corner of the room. John Madden, John Madden. And someone starts beating like a tribal beat on my carpet. And Skillman starts freaking out, and me and Ian had to be the voice of reason. So, there's a lamp in my basement, which we turned on, which became the only source of light. Illuminated in that light was me and Ian, with Skillman laying on the ground in front of us, freaking out, me and Ian being like, Skillman, they're just fucking with you, go to sleep, he's not gonna do anything. No, man, I'm really scared. Suddenly he digs his nails into my carpet and gasps. Me and Ian are like, and we see him dragged out of the ring of light and into the abject blackness outside of it. And, like, me and Ian are sitting on the couches, we look at each other, back to the spot Skillman was, then back to each other, and we're like, huh.
John Madden it is, I guess.
Yeah, and we're like, well, I guess he learned. Oh, wow, we ran over the clock. Whatever, fuck it. We'll finish the fight, and we'll see you next time.
This should finish it. Oh, wait,
he's got quite a bit of
now.
health. No, there he goes. Ground break him.
Yeah, fight over.
Alright, we'll see you next time, folks.
Bye, everybody.